Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to present our project about the human rights in Syria. My name is Luíza, and now I will tell you about how the Syrian war started. Syria changed a lot in only 7 years. Since the war began, many people are losing their human rights. Let's go to 2011, when everything started. Some people started protesting in favor of the democracy. Then, Bashar al-Assad, mayor of Syria, began a little war against the population of Syria. Consequently, some guys opposed themselves and began to attack the government and the own population. This image went viral in the internet and in the news. He is Omran. This little guy was attacked by the terrorists. His house was a target of a nuclear bomb. But thanks God, he was rescued by the firefighters, and nowadays he lives with his family and his state is good. But he was threatened by the terrorists, so he lives with the Syrian government protection. Now my friend Beatriz will tell more about their past.
Hello, my name is Beatriz, and today I will tell you a very unhappiness story. But first, how was Syria in the past? Before the war started, Syria was a very calm, touristic, and happiness place that all people had no fear. But after the war started, Syria turned itself in a really violent camp. Can you see this guy? This image went viral in the internet and in the news. This guy tries to run away from Syria with his parents in a boat to go to Canada to have a calm life. But in the middle of the travel, he drowned, and his family couldn't find his body in the water. Days later, some people found his body in the water, and he was dead. Now my friend Godoy will talk about the present in the Syria.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gabriel Godoy, and today I will talk about violated human rights in Syria. The war in Syria has been a huge problem since 2011, which has resulted in the deaths of more than 500,000 people. Since then, nearly 70,000 barrel bombs have been dropped by regime forces, resulting in the deaths of more than 10,000 civilians. Although this is a critical situation, the international community has not done anything to stop these bombings. After a long time, the Syrian regime bombing Syria, the Security Council prohibited the use of barrel bombs. Then the bombs increased, leaving 73 schools, 106 mosques, and 30 markets destroyed. Nowadays, the Syrian government has been using chemical weapons to strike civilians. The United States President Donald Trump and the U.S. Defense Secretary has warned Syria that it would be very unwise to continue using chemical weapons. However, the Syrian President Bashar al-Assad vowed to continue the offensive. Meanwhile, the Syrian government and rebel groups battle on a critical front in eastern Ghouta, where the How much longer will you let this happen? Now my friend Luíza will tell you more about Syria's present.
Hello, my name is Luíza, and today I'm going to talk about Syria in the present. So, between the violence in Syria, have many allegations of human rights. For example, sexual abuse. The sexual abuse in Syria is being done by the man that works with an international organization. And the women of Syria are so afraid about this. And some of women in Syria aren't getting out of her house because they are afraid, or the women are aren't going to the public places. Opa. So the other allegations is about religions discriminations. When the religions people of Muslims and Catholics, of people that have another religions, are afraid because of dying. In Syria are more terrorists and more dangers. So they are afraid to the terrorists because the terrorists is killing everyone. So now Pedro will talk about how he thinks that will be Syria in the future.
Hi, my name is Pedro Aranda, and now we will talk about refugees. Ai, meu Deus. Ai, eu não lembro. Tá. I will tell a story of a kid refugee. Her name is Sarah. She was 8 years old, and her house was destroyed. Her dad died, and she hasn't shoes, clothes, or toys, and she have to walk all the day to arrive in Italy. And when she arrived, the country said, "You can enter." Because they don't have more space to these people. And Germany said, "I have space and resource to these people." And she had to walk all the day again to arrive in Germany. And part of the population be very angry. And because of this. And ONU can promote economic pressure to force Syria stop the war. In my opinion, the war must stop, or all the people will run away of Syria or will die.